Hello, my name is Damien,
And I'm Kaden,
and welcome to The Nude.
where we discuss the naked truth.
Here we'll be discussing the imbalance of temperatures at Methuen High School.
We've interviewed several teachers and a handful of students regarding the imbalance in temperatures in the classrooms. And now we'll cut to an interview with A-Push teacher, Mr. Cripps.
Hi, this is Mr. Cripps. I teach in room 2012, so just a little bit further down the hall from where you're all watching this right now. And this room is completely unpredictable when it comes to temperature. There's some days when it's warm and all my students are napping and falling asleep. And that's not a comment on me, that's a comment on how warm it is. They just end up nodding off. But then there's other days where it's like today, where it's very comfortable in here. There are other days when it feels like it's like 30 degrees and I want to wear a long sleeve shirt, even under another long sleeve shirt, just to stay warm. Who knows? I just had a colleague that just came back from being out, and I just pointed out to her, my best advice is to dress in layers and kind of hope that it's comfortable. With that, something that could possibly happen if the school could allow us on really the hot days and actually the cold days to potentially keep our doors open at some point. That will allow on the cold days maybe some of the warmth to get in from the hallway, or on the hot days let some of the heat out into the hallway. I understand that there are the reasons, the security reasons, but sometimes we have to consider the temperature as well.
And now, the interview with freshman biology teacher, Mr. LaPointe.
Hi, it's me, Mr. LaPointe, and I'm here in room 2086 where I teach biology. And I'm going to talk a little bit about temperature in the classroom. And one of the things I can say about temperature is, and this is going to sound kind of obvious, you want to have the right temperature in the classroom. And that's because if it's too hot or too cold, it's really difficult to learn and to teach. And so that's why when I come in the morning, I always check the thermostat. You know, I'm always curious about what the temperature is. And I would say ideally for this particular room, because we do get a lot of natural light, I think the best temperature here is really 66 to 68 during the warm months. So that would be September into October, also April through the end of the school year in June. The wintertime's a little bit different. I've found that the best temperature range for the wintertime is really anywhere between 68 and 71, which is what we've had recently. So we've been pretty comfortable in here throughout the winter. And so that's really a good temperature. I do have a thermostat in here, which actually tells me what the current temperature is in the room at any given time. And one thing that, and I don't know if this is possible, if this is something that we can do, where we could actually control the temperature within our own classrooms using the console that's there. Because I know that certain teachers might feel the cold more than others. One thing I'll say about me personally is the cold doesn't really bother me. Of course, you know, most days I wear a shirt and tie and everything, and I always tell people that it's the tie that keeps me warm. But for me, if it's a little bit on the cool side, I don't really mind, but I know some people are very sensitive to the cold, so maybe within individual classrooms, there could be a way that we could maybe increase the temperature or decrease the temperature using that console. I'm not quite sure if that's something that is doable. But I will say that it's been really comfortable this winter in here, in my room. And I think everybody's been pretty happy. I really haven't heard too many people say anything about feeling too hot or too cold at any given time. So that's really a good thing. And like I said, you want to have a really good temperature in here. I think my big concern, too, is with MCAS, because during MCAS, I administer the test in this room, and I just want to make sure that the students are sitting here for 3.5 hours, just to make sure that they're comfortable. I know that people are very nervous around MCAS, and if it's a good temperature in the room, I think that students are more apt to focus and concentrate and just really feel more comfortable. So yeah, temperature, it's important, and it's something that I keep an eye on, and I just want to make sure that it's comfortable in room 2086. And so far this winter, it's been pretty good.
And now, we cut to the interview with keyboarding teacher, Mr. Woodard.
Hello, my name is Mr. Woodard. I'm the choir director and music teacher here at Methuen High School. And today I'm going to be discussing my room temperature, in particular the keyboard lab, LO14, in the fine arts section of the building. Usually it's on the warm side, so warm temperature right when you walk in the classroom. And it certainly can be challenging, in our learning environment to focus and concentrate, especially when it's so warm. And however, I know that it is being worked on, and it's a work in progress in terms of the temperature. It's fluctuating up and down, but I know that it's being worked on, and hopefully we'll come to a nice resolution moving forward. So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.
And now we cut to our interview with student Tanzim Mahmoud.
Hi, once again, I am Damien, and here we have student Tanzim Mahmoud. Tell us your name, Tanzim.
I am Tanzim. I'm a sophomore of Methuen High.
What are your thoughts on the temperature inside of the classrooms at Methuen High School?
The temperature, honestly, it varies from like different classrooms. Like if a lot of classes in North Hall, it's very cold there. But if some of the classes in the South Wing, they're all like very hot, like Mr. Barletta's room, like Mr. Barr's room.
Okay, how would you say the temperature in the classrooms have affected the way you learn?
Yeah, so I have Miss Ibarra, and her classroom is like very hot. Like it's very humid in there, and like yeah, you get very uncomfortable, especially after PE. If you have PE after you come, you start sweating, and the humid it increases like you're uncomfortable, like you are just uncomfortable in general.
Is there anything you'd like the school possibly provide teachers or allow the teachers to do that could possibly help teachers and the classroom's temperatures?
Yeah, I feel like they should like work on the air conditioning, and even if they can't work there, like they should provide the teacher with another room if they can, or like bring a portable air conditioner so that like everybody else is like more chilled.
All right, thank you so much, Tanzim Mahmoud from grade 10. Thank you so much. I love you. Now back to our scheduled program.
And now we cut to our student interview with Hudson McCaffrey. I'm here with Hudson McCaffrey, who's a sophomore at MHS. Hudson, tell me your name.
Hudson.
Great, Hudson. So tell me, what is the temperature in the school like?
It's pretty inconsistent, I'd say.
Really? And how has this affected your learning?
It's negatively affected my learning. I can't focus on anything. It's like super inconsistent because I go to one class and it's really hot, then another class and it's really cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course I do. And now, what do you think schools can provide or do to make it better?
I think we should hire a staff of full-time palm leaf wavers. They can follow students around when they're really hot, and they'll keep the whole school way more consistent of a temperature.
Excellent. Thank you for your input, Hudson. And now we cut to our student interview with Hudson McCaffrey. I'm here with Hudson McCaffrey, who's a 10th grader at MHS. Hudson, tell me your name.
Hudson.
Great. So what's your opinion on the temperature in the school?
It's really cold. Really cold.
Really? And how has that affected your learning?
Negatively. I can't focus on anything. It's so cold.
And how do you think the school can provide to make this situation better?
We can turn this into burning depths of hell.
All right, thank you, Hudson. Based on teacher and student inputs, we can conclude that the imbalance of temperatures in Methuen High School can negatively impact how students learn and how teachers teach.
We would also like to give a big thanks to all the teachers and the 2 students that were able to help us with this news channel. We can't wait to see you on the next episode. Bye.